In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on August 26, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Tigers versus Texas Rangers. The Detroit Tigers will square off with the Texas Rangers in Texas starting on Friday night as part of a 3-game weekend series. The Tigers were off on Thursday night after splitting a 2-game home series with the San Francisco Giants. The Rangers also come in after a day off after splitting a pair of games with the Rockies in Colorado. The pitching matchup for Friday night features lefty Tyler Alexander of the Tigers taking on righty Glenn Otto of the Rangers. The Tigers are 17-37 in their last 54 road games versus a right-handed starter and 18-42 in their last 60 road games. Detroit is 12-30 in their last 42 overall. Meanwhile, the Rangers are 4-1 in their last 5 overall and 5-13 in their last 18 after a win. Texas is 14-37 in their last 51 Friday games. Otto is pitching well over his last few games. In that trio, he's got just 3 earned and 16.2 combined frames on 9 hits and 13 walks. As for Alexander, he hasn't been too bad with 8 earned over his last trio in 18 innings. Alexander is just 1-2 in that stretch. However, I expect a strong outing from the hot-hitting Rangers lineup. All things considered, this should be a decent starter matchup, but I like Texas a little better win-wise. So the Texas Rangers money line is our full game side pick. The Tigers are hitting just .219 away from home this season. On the road, the team is scoring just 2.8 runs per game away from home. The Rangers have actually been a better road hitting team this season than home hitting team, as the team hits 8 points lower at home than on the road. The Rangers are also scoring just 4.2 runs per game at home this season. Removing the thin air games in Colorado, the Rangers have gone 6-2 to the under in their last 8 games. The Tigers are 7-2 to 1 to the under in their last 10 games. This game will stay under the run total yet again, and I expect the Rangers offense to do most of the damage. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Chicago White Sox. Plenty of playoff implications on the line when the Arizona Diamondbacks take on the Chicago White Sox to begin a 3-game series on Friday. Arizona split a 2-game set with Kansas City during the week and are now 1-4 in their last 5 games entering the series. That moved the Diamondbacks 10.5 games behind San Diego for the final wild-card spot in the National League. The Chicago White Sox were taking on the Baltimore Orioles on Thursday, but this preview was written prior to the conclusion of that contest. Chicago is finding themselves fading, going 2-5 in their last 7 heading into Thursday's game. Chicago is now 4.5 games behind in the American League wildcard chase and 3.5 games behind Cleveland for the American League Central lead. This is the first meeting between these clubs since 2017 when the Diamondbacks swept a 3-game series in Arizona. The Arizona Diamondbacks traveled to Chicago to play the White Sox in a 3-game series starting on Friday night. The Diamondbacks come into this series losing 4 of their last 5 and are way out of reach of any playoff spot. The White Sox have been hovering around .500 in their past 10 games and will need to start to string some wins together if they want to make it to the playoffs, as they sit around 4 games back of both a wild card spot and the lead in the American League Central. Projected starters are left-hander Tommy Henry for the Diamondbacks and right-hander Johnny Cueto for the White Sox. Henry was called up from the minor league at the beginning of August and has started 4 games since. In fact, those 4 starts are the first 4 starts of his MLB career. He's held his own so far, going 2-2 with a 3.57 earned run average and a 1.24 WHIP. Cueto is 6-5 in 17 starts with a 2.45 earned run average and a 1.15 WHIP. Cueto has looked even better this month, with a 1.76 earned run average and a 1.14 WHIP in August. Offensively, the White Sox have the advanced stats to back up being a top 5 offense, ranking as such in team average, OBP, and OPS in the last 15 days. Lean towards experience with Cueto and the better team at the plate, so the Chicago White Sox money line is our full game side pick. There is something fundamentally wrong with the White Sox offense. They rank in the top 5 in most advanced offensive stats, but then drop to almost a bottom 10 team when looking at runs scored in the last 15 days. I don't expect the White Sox to be due for positive regression in the run department either, as they've trended this way for just over 2 weeks. The Diamondbacks rank just above average in most offensive categories, including runs scored in the last 15 days. Those numbers won't be good enough to solve Cueto on Friday night. Cueto has only allowed 6 earned runs in his 4 starts this month, and only 1 earned run in his last 2 starts, where he went at least 8 innings in both starts. Tommy Henry is a pitcher that's got a lot of praise surrounding his stuff, and we've seen it in spots, but I think we could see it here against an inconsistent White Sox offensive lineup, while Johnny Cueto's just pitching on another level right now, and I think this is just going to be a low-scoring duel. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Diego Padres versus Kansas City Royals. The San Diego Padres look to keep pace in the National League wildcard race as they face the Kansas City Royals in the first game of a 3-game series Friday night in Kansas City. After a day off on Thursday for both teams, they're getting their weekend series started with this game in Kansas City. The Padres just lost back-to-back games against the Guardians, while the Royals split their 2-game set with the Diamondbacks. They're keeping the theme of National League West versus American League Central going, and San Diego needs to use this game to bounce back. Starter Yu Darvish just went on the paternity list, so taking advantage of a Joe Musgrove start is essential. He may not be in the heat of the National League Cy Young race anymore, but he's looked strong recently. Musgrove has pitched 19 innings over his last 3 starts, allowing more than a single run just once. That likely still would have been a win if he had received the run support. That is something that has not come together as strongly as the Padres were hoping when they acquired Juan Soto, Josh Bell, and Brandon Drury. However, that should change going against such a poor pitching staff of the Royals. The Diamondbacks just opened up with 7 runs against them, and the Dodgers put up 21 runs on them when they visited Kansas City 2 weeks ago. The Padres are hoping to do the same against the combination of starter Chris Bubic and the league's 3rd worst bullpen. Bubic is just 2-8 on the year and has allowed 4 runs in each of his last 2 starts. These teams haven't met yet this season, but it's a great opportunity for the Padres to start building momentum and hang on to their National League wildcard spot. So the San Diego Padres money line is our full game side pick. The Padres' offense has been cold the last few weeks, and Joe Musgrove is going to be able to shut down the Royals lineup for the majority of this game. He is currently 8-6 on the season with a 2.91 earned run average. Kansas City is scoring the 24th least amount of runs, and they are only hitting .83 home runs per game. They will be forced to string together hits, and that just isn't going to happen. The Padres are a tough team to score against. San Diego's bullpen is also allowing the 10th least amount of runs, as Kansas City will struggle throughout this entire game. The Padres will eventually put some runs up on the scoreboard. They are scoring the 17th least amount for runs this season, and they have the 19th lowest overall team batting average. They will also struggle to consistently reach base, as they won't give themselves enough opportunities to push this total past the number. Both teams struggle at the plate at different times in this game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.